I mean, damn. Took me forever to find the sweats. I finally found the sweats. And let's see, what did I get? I got the pant sweat and I got some socks. Um, but damn, that's Nutsville in there. You know. Um, I had asked one lady twice, you know, for help to try and find the item, and she just walked away twice. And then the machine wouldn't let me check out right. I mean, it checked everything out, but it wouldn't let me check out my sweats. Wouldn't let me check out my sweats. And that's just bizarre, right? Um, people get offended because of videos that you make, right? Because they don't like something you say. Just basically, talking about, you know, what they're doing to the food. And look at the people. Go in there and look at the people, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so, um, but it's a far cry from the other store I went to the other day. That one was really, really bad. And like I said, I wouldn't recommend it. Uh, and so this one's not worth, complaining about anything. But the other one I went to, it asked me if I'd recommend anybody. I said, hell no. It had a place to give 0 stars, but I don't know if that registers or not. Anyway, um, so I got the stuff for the car, and how much was it? Let's see. I got milk in here, but last time it was okay. Walmart, they don't sell a small ice. They don't sell small ice. They only sell huge, big ice, so it's a waste. But I had to ask somebody for help to find the green chili, and and they only sell little small cans of it. Little small can of green chili. I think it was like $2, so I just got one can. Make some green chili. I saw somebody eating some green chili the other day. But they did have my oil. They had the oil that I need. I was looking for 530, and I found 530. They had 530 and 1030, and then they had a whole bunch of other ones too. They had Z40, so I don't know what that's all about. But yeah, so they're $5 a piece, so 25 bucks. See how much sales tax I paid on all this crap. Uh, $3, $3 of tax. So, um, so 2630 RW. I don't know what that. Oh, that must be the. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's the shrimp. The shrimp over at the other store was $5. Somebody in a lowrider right there. Um, the shrimp over at the other store was $5, and it's $6.34 here. I found out. I've said before. That I didn't like prawns, right? Because when I was up at Louisiana, I think the place is called St. Vincent or something like that. It's right on Baton Rouge. I think it's Baton Rouge. It's just like a small place right outside of Baton Rouge. It's like a college. It's a university town. And and well, they produce a lot of oil in Louisiana. I don't know if you knew that, but I had bought some tamales. They have tamales, I guess that's what they're called, and they had some that are made out of. I was about to buy me a linguiça too, right? I was about to buy me a linguiça or a chorizo, and you know, I'm just not feeling it. I mean, if I lived in Tennessee, Idaho, Arkansas, or Louisiana, I'd say hell yeah, I'd take it, because you can go right on the shelf and get yourself some ivermectin. You can go right on the shelf and get yourself some ivermectin and fenbendazole, right? Otherwise, I would say, do a web search for woman with worm in her brain, Delano, California. That's Delano. Delano, actually, is what it means, but it's Delano, California, on YouTube, and you'll see what I mean. So this one lady was buying some, and I asked her if it had pork in it, and she says, "Are you Portuguese?" And I was like, well, I don't know, but so I told her, I said, the chorizo's good too, because they have the chorizo right by it. It's a special kind of chorizo, and it uses the same ingredients. So I sat there for a minute, and I said, nah, I ain't taking no chances. Not with that. You watch that video and you'll know what I'm talking about. You have to know the right herbs and stuff to eat with that stuff. Like the Chinese, they know all the herbs and stuff to eat with it. It's not like over here. Over here, all our food is freaking polluted. So that's all you need is a freaking parasite and a pollutant, and you're done, right? But like I said, if you live in Louisiana, a law was just passed in Louisiana, Idaho, Arkansas, or Tennessee. You can go in and get this ivermectin and fenbendazole, and just take that and get rid of those rascals. But this one that I'm talking about, if you go in and you watch that video, that little bugger crosses the blood-brain barrier. Okay? And so that's why. So I was telling you about, I'd share all the stuff that I got if I was at home. You know, there's the socks I got. $10, man. Price on everything's going up. I got one red pair because it's difficult to see anything if it's not, you know, colored red. Closest I could get to that on the sweats is burgundy. So I just got me a large pair. Usually I get X large, right? But I didn't. So I was telling you earlier on the video I made that I hope the audio's on, because last time I made one of these, the damn audio was turned off. Okay. So I told you on this video I made just this morning that I predicted what Bitcoin is going to do next. What cryptocurrency, in particular Bitcoin, is going to do next. And well, there's a couple people you can listen to. There's Brian at Crypto Bacon, YouTube, and then there's Crypto Banter. He's a Russian dude, I guess. I'm pretty sure he's Russian. And then there's Cryptos Are Us, right? And Cryptos Are Us is right here in the United States somewhere. I think it's in Indiana or something like that. And they'll all tell you, you know, what's going on with crypto and give you all the bells and whistles. And so I was saying the other day, I said maybe I should start my own channel, because I basically called it, said what it was going to do the last 2 times correctly, and except for I said 120, you know, I said it'd probably go to 120, and actually flew right by there, flew right past 120, and set a new high. So in that regard, I didn't really call it that much, but 120 to 126, that's only a 6% difference. So still, calling a 10% thing, if you had $100,000, that's $10,000 right there. So if you would have entered Bitcoin, you know, you could have taken $10,000 profit just off that. So I was saying that, I mean, if you don't live in the United States, if you live in the United States, then you'd be looking at what? 10,000, you'd be looking at 7,000. And because the government's going to take about 3,000 of it. And so I said maybe I should start my own channel. Usually I go by the Indian Gaming Center, but I'm not going to because I don't have any fuel in here. So I said, that my next assumption, guess, of what Bitcoin is going to do. Now, you can go and listen to Cryptos Are Us and see what he says. But I was saying that, you know, since I've called these pretty accurate, I said maybe I should start my own channel, Crypto Guru. And you know, it's an idea. But I said this morning what I thought Bitcoin is going to do next. And I said that within the next 2 weeks, if not the next 2 weeks, within the next 2 months, I said what I think it's going to do, even though Citibank is saying it's going to go to 180, right? They're saying it's going to go to 180 in 2026. I'm pretty sure, or whatever, but they say it's going to 180. And 181 is what they said. And I think it's going to go to 130. And I'm saying that it's going to do that in the next 2 weeks. But if it does not do that in the next 2 weeks, right? Because it could take a dump again. It could dive right now very easily. You know, I didn't call it percentage. Look at all these new apartments. There's a lot of people living up high on the hog, right? Living in new houses and stuff. They're everywhere. They're just building these brand new things right here. It's the first time I've seen them. And I guess they call those commons or something like that. I mean, it's not a spacious house, but it's still new and modern and everything you need in there. So I said within these next 2 weeks, it's going to go to 130. Because if you look at it, I'm saying it's going to go up, not down. I would say probably right now it's probably like 40% chance it'll go down and 60% chance that it'll go high. And because the reason why I say that is because if you look at it and you look at the chart, you can see that we're in what they call a bull market, right? It's going up. It's continually going up. It makes a few corrections, but it just keeps going up. If you look at it, it looks like kind of like a hot air balloon. Something that's got like heat, like hot air pushing it up. That's what it looks like. So you can tell that it has momentum. It's trying to come down, but you can see that the momentum keeps pushing it up, like it's got hot air underneath it, like a hot air balloon, right? It looks like it's being pushed up by a wave. And so that's why I say it's 60% chance that it's going to go up. And if it goes up, it's going to 130. Okay? And I'm saying that it's going to do this in the next 2 weeks. But if it doesn't do it in the next 2 weeks, I mean, it can do it right now. But if it does not do it in the next 2 weeks, I'm saying the next 2 months. Okay? It's definitely going to 130. And I said after that, how long? I don't know how long. But after it's at 130, right? Which most people will probably take profits at 130. I mean, if you're struggling for money, you're probably going to take out a lot of profits at 130. And because that's freaking 30%. So if you had $100,000, you're talking $30,000 profit. And this is what's this is the next move on Bitcoin. And so now after that, some Citibank is saying it's going to 180 and all this stuff. Other people are saying it's going to, 150,000, right? Some people are saying it's going to 400,000. And actually, Robert Kiyosaki said it was going to 1.2 million, right? So, I think it's going to 1.2 million, but it's going to take about 5 or 10 years to get there. But I think what's going to occur after it gets to 130, I don't know how long. Some people are saying in 2025, the first quarter of 2025, it's going to take a freaking dump, big time, right? And so I said it's going to take a dump. I didn't say when, but I don't know when, okay? But it's going to take a dump, and I didn't say how much, right? That's the main thing. I think it's going to go down to 90 or 89 easy, which is time to load up on it, right? And especially if you took profits, I don't know, but if it does go to 130, in my situation, I can't take profits at 130. right? I don't have enough money. And so some people are going to stick with it until it gets up to 150,000. And so um, that's what I think it's going to do. So you know um, my strategy is I ain't doing nothing when it gets to 130. I mean, I would really, really like to get this vehicle, right? This electric, because I know it's important, because nobody, but nobody has made a video on YouTube building. I think this lady's got an electric car. Nah, none of these cars are electric. Nobody, but nobody. If anything, this one would be. Is that a Mercedes right there? Let's see. Mercedes is making all kinds of electric cars. No, that's a BMW, huh? Okay. So my strategy is I may or may not um, take some profits at 130, and because of my situation. But I think people who have 100,000 in there, I don't think they're gonna take their profits out. I don't think they're gonna take the 30,000. If you have 100,000, what do you need 30,000 for? Right? You're gonna sit there and wait till it gets up to 150,000, because that's where it's going, at least. And but that's what I think is the next move on Bitcoin. It's going to 130, then it's going to take a dump down to 90. And then from there, I don't know what the heck it's going to do. Right? I don't know how long or anything like that, but that's what I'm thinking it's going to do in these next 2 weeks, if not 2 weeks, 2 months. Alrighty. So if you want to get in on the action, there's books, but there's actually a school. It's an online school, and the guy who made the school, and he started the school in 2018, and he's a younger guy, and he's the CEO of the school. It's online. It's called Keystone Research Group. If you need somebody to take you by the hand and show you what to do. Okay? It's the only school that there is on cryptocurrency. I don't think there's any other school that teaches cryptocurrency. It's interactive, and like I said, they take you by the hand and tell you how to get started, first things to do, how to set up your everything, and how to make your first purchase and everything like that. There's a good book too, but that's the only school on planet Earth, unless there's some things going on in Asia or something like that. This is the only school. You could do research yourself, say school for cryptocurrency, and I think I'll do that to see if they're coming up. But if not, you can just type it in yourself. Keystone Research group. Okay? And let the fun begin. Right? So this person's coming in this way, trying to get my spot. Oh, he got that spot. So I got to completely turn around. This place is always packed because of the fuel prices are so low. This is like $1 cheaper than in town in Avenel. It's $1 cheaper a gallon here. That's why I'm having trouble finding a spot. And it's usually worse than this. And I got that milk in the back too. So I gotta hurry up and get going. Oh, somebody got this spot too. Now I'll just wait for her to get out of here. Then I can back up into this one. Hurry up. Get out of there. And this other that's behind her, he'll have to reverse out of there. There we go. I didn't want to get on this side because sunshine, you know, the sunlight is difficult to read the whatchamacallit. So I'll just go over to the other side. Oh wait, I can get right here on this one. It looks like they spilled crap all over the place. Yeah, that milk, man. I should have been already down the road already. And I don't got no ice in it. Okay, I can get this one way over here on the other side. And when I was in Walmart, some lady freaking backed into me, you know, and I know she did it on purpose. Then I went back over to the vegetable section, to the produce, and another lady done it. But I think it was the same person. I'm not sure. No, the first person was heavy set. Check. The second one wasn't. Okay, so. So I put 2 gallons. I got 2 gallons of gas. I'm here at the Fast Trip in Lemoore, California. You know, this is a military town. You know, they got the Lemoore Naval Air Station out here. But they got like the, you know, they give them all the best prices and stuff, right? And so the fuel was it's like $1 cheaper than the fuel where I'm at, where I live at. And but I only got 2 gallons, but I'm looking at the gas gauge and I probably should have got 3 gallons, right? But I only got 2 gallons because I'm putting a premium fuel in there because I've been running the low octane for 1 year already, and it seems like it's, you know, it seems like it needs something to clean it out. And so I've been running the higher octane 91, and I probably run about let's see, 3, 6, 9, probably about 9 gallons already. So you know, fuel is kind of expensive right now, so I don't know if I should, you know, run a whole tank. I think I've run it. 5 gallons is enough. I'll probably just run another 2 gallons in addition to what I just put in here, and then I'll go back to the something like that. But right there, they got a Sinclair, and they got good diesel fuel, clean diesel fuel. It's biodiesel. But I didn't bring my jug with me. So that's what's going on with Bitcoin. So believe who you want, but that's what I'm saying. You know, they're saying you can't get cheap Bitcoin no more. You're not gonna be able to get no more cheap Bitcoin. And I'm saying yes, you can, because it's gonna take a dump real quick. It's going down to 89. So I won't tell you exactly what my strategy is, but I'm pretty sure that's time to load up, because it's still going to go up from there. Even Citibank is saying it's going up from there. Citibank is saying it's going to 180. You know what percentage that is? That's like freaking 80%. That's like freaking doubling your money. If you have $10,000, it's going to double to $20,000, right? If it goes to 180, like Citibank, who was before was saying, oh, this stuff is no good and all this stuff. Now they want to get on board with it. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream here, because the sun is coming in and starting to hit the phone, and I'm about to get on the freeway 198 here, and then I'll end the live stream. I got those shrimp. They didn't have the candy bar, so I'm not gonna have no hot chocolate unless I go to the Dollar General and get the chocolate bar, because I don't want the crap they sell in the store right now. The chocolate they sell in the store right now, the hot chocolate, it's got garbage in it that doesn't need to be in it. So I'm just using chocolate bar from Dollar General, the sea salt and caramel, and it's really good. I looked for the coffee creamer, but I didn't see anything that looked like vanilla. You know, coffee creamer, it's got all kinds of different stuff in it too, but I was just like, you know, I was about to buy some, but saw in there was like, it said iced coffee or something like that. So I just put it back out of the refrigerator section. And so I've got cinnamon sticks. So with a candy bar, the candy bars in Walmart were over $4. What the hell happened? Right? They're $1.29 at Dollar General. So I might stop by there and pick one up, because it gets very, very cold at night, and so you have to have, you know, hot chocolate, or, you know, I've been taking the sugar, which I'm almost running out of sugar. I've been taking the sugar and, you know, put it in a pan, because I told you I only have one little pan, which I forgot to get a new one right now. I didn't want to spend any more money anyway. I already spent way too much money, $75 on this food and oil for the car. I'm going to do the oil change, and sweatpants because it's freezing in there, and some socks, because these socks I'm wearing freaking have holes in them already. I've been wearing them for a month, actually like 2 weeks, but the socks I wore before that, I wore those for like a month. And so I've been taking the sugar and caramelizing it, and then pour a little milk in it, pour the coffee in there, get it all caramelized and stuff, and it's pretty decent. Compared to coffee that I usually make. Coffee that I usually make is awful, but I've started doing this where I caramelize it first. It's pretty good. So I've got a whole bag of cinnamon sticks, and they're not cheap, so I'm going to use them because cinnamon is good for you. And so I should be home shortly. I decided to, you know, take the trip. You know, I've been looking for a electric car to start making these trips, so I can make the trip all the time, for lots of reasons, but the main reason is because the selection of nutritious organic, anything that's, you know, good is not available in that town. You have to get to a Walmart, and the Walmart from where I live is 37 miles. So if I get one of these electric vehicles, I could be making trips up here all the time. My situation is that the vehicle I have, which has been a good car, probably the most best car I've had, but it needs to be replaced. It's served its purpose already, but I've been wanting to go electric. You know, no hybrid, just straight electric. Make the move and to electric, or else I'm going to be waiting forever. And so this is going to change the whole trajectory, because it's already skyrocketing, even though the people don't know. They don't even know all the cars that are on the road that are electric, which I'm going to make a video and show you all these cars from PG&E giving rebates, and these $4,000 rebates. It shows you which cars are on the list that are qualified for these rebates. And so the people, it just doesn't register with them that you can take your car to the police department and charge it for free, right? If you have a CHAdeMO charger, you know, I'll figure out all that stuff when I get the vehicle. Right now, there's no incentive for me to find out all this information, but necessity is mother of invention, right? Nobody else, either they don't know about electric vehicles, or you know, for whatever reason, they're not, you know, savvy, they're not hip to, you know, what's going on. They don't, apparently, obviously, they don't watch the Electric Viking on YouTube. Yeah, they don't watch the Electric Viking on YouTube, you know, to find out what's going on. But so nobody has, you can go and check it out, check it for yourself. Nobody, damn, got mud all over the damn wheels. I got off the road for that big truck to pass, but there's one right behind him. I've never seen this road here before. What the hell? I've never seen this road here. I've always pulled over right there in the dirt. That's weird. So you can go check for yourself, and you'll see that nobody has made one of these portable power stations. I was calling it a carport. It doesn't even have to be a carport. That would be wonderful, because it would actually have shade for my car, which I absolutely plan to construct when I'm able to. But now, with all these people going online and making these YouTube videos with these solar power stations, 5,000 watt power stations, they're building them because the technology is here. It didn't used to be here, it's here now. Nobody has actually got one of these devices. I'm not even going to be able to build one of these devices. It's all ready to go. It's plug and play. I can't afford one of those. I'm going to have to build the whole thing from scratch. And once I build this, watch how fast everybody else starts building them and making YouTube videos. They already got them where they're putting wheels on them, and you can drag them any place you want to around your yard. But yet nobody's making one and showing the people how to charge your car for free. Okay? And so it's getting almost to where I'm gonna launch this. And once I launch it, everybody else can copy it. And then people are gonna find out that you can charge your car for free, and you can also charge your car for free at the police departments, public libraries, and all kinds of other places. There's an app that shows you all the different places where you can charge your car for free, because they're trying to save the planet. People who got money don't care. They don't care about charging their car for free. They could care less unless they're really super stingy, which a lot of them are, right? But they're not going to waste their time. They're going to go to a supercharger, 5 minutes, and they're gone, right? And so not only that, but people are also going to catch on to the fact that you can buy a used vehicle. So this is for poor people right? You can buy a used vehicle, and your utility company is going to give you money back for buying a car, an electric car. In my area, it's PG&E, that's Pacific Gas and Electric. They're giving poor people, low-income people, $4,000 to go out and buy yourself a used electric car, and another $1,000 for something else. I forget what it is. Then, when you file your whatchamacallit, the federal government is also giving you something, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so that's where we're at, and nobody's building them, so I have to be the one to build it. And so stay tuned, and maybe by Thanksgiving or Christmas. You know, Christmas is right around the corner. So I'll start another live stream later. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for liking the video. Thanks for subscribing, and hit notifications so that you'll be in the mix when I present these ideas, because I don't know if you know it or not, but there's an energy there. Your presence changes things. It's called psionic energy. And so signing out from Central Valley, California. You can see that all the crops have been picked by the hair of their chinny chin chin, because we got tons of water dropped on us last night and the night before, which, I mean, it's either God or heart, right? Because that's you know, and they just picked the cotton. You can't see any because they hardly grow any cotton anymore. They're only growing 20% of the cotton that they used to grow 20 years ago. But they do have some cotton. It's way out here somewhere. You can see it's rolled up in pink, plastic, and yellow plastic. They roll them up now. They don't have modules. They used to have like big square modules, and back when I used to do cotton, right here to the side of the field, you can see they just picked the cotton right here, but they already picked up all the I don't know if they're called modules or not. They're rolled up into cylindrical shape. And well, actually, I think I see some square modules way down there. Maybe not. I'd need my binocular to see what's going on way the hell out there. But yeah, it's almost completely done. Oh yeah, they got some square modules right out here on that side. But yeah, you can do research yourself. It's already down to 20%, and hence California, which used to be like the was like, I don't know, it was like one of the, it could have been its own country or something, because the GDP, their gross domestic product, was so high. And I guess the top ones right now, USA, China, India, but California has already gone down 2 pegs. It's now 5th, and I think why is because right there, see the cotton? It's already down 80% from what it used to be 20 years ago, and all kinds of other things that are going on with farming. You know, it's Argentina's producing a lot of stuff, and you know, I guess they get not getting their soybeans from here, and so South America is getting all the market share. So you got all these other people, you know, producing stuff, and even Mexico, the country of Mexico, has higher quality tomatoes than the United States has already. So that should paint a picture of what is going on, what is happening, right? So I think that's why California is dropping as leader, you know, in gross domestic product. I think they have $17 trillion of gross domestic product for 2024. I'm not sure the years, but $17 trillion. And now the first, I'm not sure about the years, but the total gross domestic product for planet Earth, total gross domestic product is 117 or 119 trillion dollars. So that should, you know, tell you something. But the top 3 are actually Japan, right? Japan, you know, they say that they're losing the car market because, you know, EVs have taken over, and they did not get on the bandwagon. They have one car that's electric, but they don't even make it. They're just buying it off China. They're buying it and putting their name on it. So they didn't get it on the bandwagon. It would take them 10 years just to catch up to China. So I don't know what other products are coming from Japan, but they're still one of the largest producers of GDP. They're like number 3, right? USA, China, and India. And so anyhow, I'm signing out here from Central Valley, Central San Joaquin Valley in California. You can see all the pistachio trees. They've all been harvested already. You can see all the dirt that's all been, it's got a ton of water dropped down. It rained for like 1 or 2 days, and that's not really good for the harvest. But it was right at the end. Everything's been picked up already. Everything's been harvested, and they're just finishing up on the cotton right now. Signing out from here, the San Joaquin Valley, in the heart of the agriculture center, the heart of the San Joaquin Valley. Signing out on this October, and October the 15th, Wednesday. Stay tuned for more valuable information. Thanks for tapping in. Thanks for leaving the comments. I would stop and read them, but I have to hurry up and get this half gallon of milk home because I don't have any ice in there. Also got a pack of shrimp. Coming up here right before I shut off the video, I'll let you see the cotton modules or cylinders. They're the ones in pink. Over far back, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, about 25. They got about 25 of them out here. So, you know, cotton is what made the United States, right? That used to be the #1 product. It's like the oil of what oil used to be. And so I wonder how much one of those modules costs. Well, you can see what the price of a pair of socks is already, right? And as far as processing the stuff, it was J.G. Boswell over in Corcoran, California. I don't know if they're still, you know, around, because you know they're going to be shutting down a lot of these cotton gins. You know, if they got 80% less product, you know they're already shutting them down. So how's this stock on cotton? Anybody know? Alrighty then. I don't have time to read the comments because I'm driving and I got to get this milk home. So stay tuned and we'll talk to you later.